Welcome back to Let's Play the new Legend of Zelda Mini 2. I'm Nitro6003, and in the last part we got quite a bit done. And today we reap the benefits of everything. I think we have a potion, we do. We have to get a heart container. And just so you know, the arrow is so strong that it pierces enemies. So you may want to be aware of that when using it on like Lambolas and stuff, that you don't crash the game. Just an FYI. This is going to be a relatively short part. I don't think we're going to go into any levels in this part. We are going to buy a lot of items, a lot of heavy priced items, and in order to do that, this is where we're going to end up at the end of the part. But for right now, I do want to grind up essentially a full wallet. Full wallet, full ammo, that kind of thing. Because this is where you're going to find your final heart container in the overworld. Now, by short part, I still probably mean it'll be about 20 to 25 minutes on length, but level-wise, we will not have anything new. So if you're looking for the next level, I would suggest going to the next part, but I would not recommend it. Hello? And if you blow your whistle right there, you will find your magical sword. But there's a lot of things that is going to be found in this part that you are going to want for later, so I would highly recommend not skipping this part of the LP. So these green bushes things can all be taken out by the silver arrow. So now I can I can buy all of these items, but that's not what the main purpose is. So remote bombs, remote super bombs. Oh no, I cannot afford them all. I apologize. Alright, so that is that. So now we need, what was it? Let me just take a mental note on what we needed. Alright, so we need 200 rupees in order to get that super bomb upgrade. And we're also going to need money for bait, for the enemy bait. So this part, like I said, is going to be mainly grinding to get those things. So we'll be back over here when we have close to 500 to 600 rupees. And we'll probably have a full set of arrows and bombs, etc. Alright, so one of the things you'll want to know about level 6 is that is where you get the magic wand. And so that's a interesting. Now, the last heart piece is actually in level 8. And you don't actually have to go through level 9 to get it. It's just much more heavily guarded. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so we have about 30 or so rupees now. Nowhere near enough. But and I'm still more likely will not do the door repair charges. And we won't be getting the red ring until the very end. And we're going to need a lot of money to do that as well. So any extra money I can get now, saving up for that red ring. I'm just curious. I think it's just super bombs here. Yeah, super bomb, shield, and candle. So yeah, this is just going to be making a circle. Around this neck of the woods. And and hopefully able to fill up all of my ammo going into level 6. And especially making sure you have an enemy bait. You really shouldn't go without enemy bait at this point. You never know what levels... Oh, I didn't want to miss that 5. You never know what levels it will or will not be in, and rather than torture yourself by getting through 3/4 of a level and then finding out you need the enemy bait. And this grinding, unfortunately, will take probably the whole video, and then we'll end in level 6. Level 6 is not that long. And you will need the item from the next level to get the heart piece in that one too. So that should not surprise you at all. And now I have enough to get the enemy bait, which is probably the more important of the 2 items I need. So the quicker we do that, the quicker we'll get to level 6. And I think we have maxed out on bombs, which is interesting. And arrows. And the more super bombs you have, especially going into, and I believe they're 1-to-1 in this quest. I will test that off screen and look at my notes and see what I put in my notes as far as whether or not they're 1-to-1. Alright, so we still need a good 200 rupees. So hopefully it won't take too long. I almost have enough for... You know, the only item I think that could have been used in this quest is the fire boomerang. But I think I said that in New Legend of Zelda 2. And I think I said it in Mini 1. And it's just one of my favorite items to see. So I guess that's why I'm impartial to the fire boomerang. I mean, I'm partial, I should say, not impartial. The fire boomerang. And we will and what I will do is I will save all the money secrets for after, or depending on if we need any of them. But right now, the enemy seems to be dropping lots of money, so that's a good thing. Still have a little bit of a cold here. Hopefully it does not affect the recording too much. But it is really nice to have the magical sword going further. I really don't think you could beat level 8 or 9. I mean, you probably can get away with it in level 6. But, you know, with the strength of the arrow, you probably could get away with that. But why would you want to decapitate yourself a little bit? And there are other items still to buy. You know, the crypt rings and the skull ring. And those will buy later on. I believe they're closer to level 7. But I have to go checking my map. So same hint there. You know, it's the only time instant enemy respawn would not be a bad thing. Is if you had instant enemy respawn, just had to go back and forth, back and forth. It would cut the grinding time down, but then you couldn't Then you, at least out in the old world. I don't know about the levels, but I would certainly wouldn't mind that. And this quest is slowly but surely coming to a close. So we should have not that much more to do. Once we get through level 6, level 7 should be relatively short as far as shortness is concerned. Probably take one part there. Level 8 also. And then we'll save level 9 for its own part. This should probably be the end of the grinding, would be my guess. You know, depending on how much I get going forward. And of course, we need at least, I believe it's 1,010 rupees for both the red ring and the nuclear candle. And I'm just gonna get as much as I can, as close as I can to, you know, as much money as I can, because I know for a fact I'm gonna need big items later, and I'm gonna clear out most of my wallet. So hopefully this won't be that tedious for you. Hopefully the entertainment is there. But I want to make sure that I limit my grinding parts to just doing that. And I now have enough of that big remote bomb. I've already bought remote super bombs, which is good. There is no infinite arrows in this quest. And I don't remember, I have to go look into my level 9 notes, but it's certainly not in level 8, infinite magic. So hopefully not too much more of this stuff. And it is, like I said, really nice to have the magical sword going further. And I don't know if I'm going to buy the stuff in this part, or I'm just going to finish the grinding in this part. I'll decide that at spur of the moment. I mean, just watch when we start using the some of the other items. You're gonna see how strong they are. And we almost have enough for the enemy bait, and then we'll have no money, of course, which isn't a bad thing. But I don't want to go without any money whatsoever. So one more round should do it as far as the items I need. The enemy bait. And I still have half a potion left, which is good. So I don't have to save it for that. And the mirror shield is in this quest as well. I believe that is in level 7. Alright, that should do it as far as right now. Alright, so let's go get the enemy bait and that last remote bomb. End ourselves off in level 6. And then if we need to do more grinding after that, we will. But right now, I will open up some of those secrets, which I have not opened up. I think I've opened up one money secret so far. So if I need to, I will. I wonder if I could show off something else while I'm thinking about it. Show off the maze path at least. So this is a door repair charge here. And I believe there's money on here. One of these two screens. I have to go back to look at my notes for that one. Alright, so now here you have a maze path. And I guess if you've played any Zelda in history of Zeldas, you'll know that it's up, left, down, left. And my only thing that I did not write in my notes is this trigger here. I think this is a wand trigger. Hey, listen. Yeah, see, that's why you have to be really careful about I think that's a wand trigger. Which I did not write down in my notes. I thought it was just a magical sword thing. But either way, you get it in the next level, so we'll be able to go over there. It just prevents sequence breaking to some extent. Might as well fill in this screen while we're here. I think there's a 30 rupee secret here that I didn't get. Yep. Figure while I'm over here. Alright, so now let's go get our items and get ourselves out. And leaving one enemy on these screens certainly makes your life a lot easier. Alright, so now we're going to make our way back to level 6. And get ourselves the enemy bait. And of course, one of the last major items that we have to get. And I guess none of these remote items are mandatory. You don't have to get them, but it makes the end so much easier if you could just lay a bomb somewhere, walk around and wait for a bunch of enemies to just walk by and just blow them all up at the same time. Alright, so here we are. Let's go grab ourselves the enemy bait. And we'll have 96 whole rupees left. Yeah, these guys only take one shot now, which is interesting. Yeah, that arrow is dangerous that you're given in this quest. And it's unfortunate you can't get any of this beforehand. It would be really helpful for other levels. Alright. So that leaves us with remote regular bombs. I don't think it makes a difference other than the fact that you can, you know, time your shots. But all right, so join me next time as we take out level 6. We may even be able to take out level 7 as well, so I might extend the part and do both level 6 and 7. I cannot promise, but at least level 6 in the next part. I am Nitro6003. See you guys later.